Less than 1% of all NCAA student athletes have a chance of being drafted by a professional sports team after they finish college or during college. This creates the debate of whether or not there should be an academic requirement for student athletes while attending their universities. There's three reasons this should be in place: furthering education, post-schooling, and effective tutoring. Education levels are important. Mary Willingham, a learning specialist, found that at her time at UNC Greensboro as a graduate student between 2004 and 2012, found that 60% of student athletes read between 4th and 8th grade reading levels. Between 8% and 10% read below a 3rd grade level. This, coupled with James Johnson's quote in the Learning Assistance Review, normal colleges see 40% of students that begin college drop out before completing their degree, and 75% of students drop out within the first 2 years of entering college, proving that we are continually not setting these kids up for success, which causes scandals within the NCAA, like Derrick Rose, a Memphis University attendee who did not take his SATs before attending the university, and situations involving money, like Sean Miller, an Arizona coach who discussed payment of $100,000 to have DeAndre Ayton signed to play there. On a good note, since academic requirements were put into place since 2002, graduation rates have increased by 15%. Success post-school. Because of there less than 1% of students get drafted by professional sports teams, they need to have a backup plan. Robert McCormick, a law professor at the Michigan State University, wrote that the right of control is the biggest one. Coaches have such control of the lives of young men at the end or during the season they can say you're fired, leaving the kids with nothing. There's also age limits in professional sports that prevent kids from entering straight out of high school, thus ensuring that they will go to college and should receive a good education. Effective tutoring has proven that academic requirements can be achieved. Daniel Oppenheimer, a professor of psychology, doing a study at Princeton, found that kids drank excessively when they found that it was their friend's assumption that that was the norm. So to put into a place tutoring as the norm could be theorized to make tutoring more effective and more common between student athletes. To academic requirements would be that students are there to play, not to learn. This could easily be dismissed by showing the increased graduation rate since academic requirements were put into place, thus showing that kids actually cared about education. Students get housing and scholarships, so they shouldn't care about the education. This is difficult because students may be getting housing and scholarships, but some of them work full-time or would have to, so they don't have enough money to focus on their education. Why not skip college? Because of professional sport limitations. The solution to this problem is to set up elevated academic standards to continue the rise of graduation rates from 87% to higher. Put in a mandatory line for tutoring that if student athletes fall below, it's mandatory for them to participate in tutoring. That way they don't see inconsistent results and increase graduation rates. And also set up a payment structure across the NCAA for student athletes so that they do not have to also work, that their sporting life can be their part-time job so that they can support themselves and focus on not just sports but education as well going forward and continue to drive graduation rates through the roof.